Shri Shri Ras Viharini Jiu Ki Jai Ho. Day 72, Braj Kishori Seva Trust reading, Shri Hariraji Ke Bare Shiksha Patra. Letter 28, verse 7. We are replete with impurity and far removed from our proper righteous path. You, however, are the abode of all divine qualities and virtue. Therefore, please do not focus on our faulty nature. We are totally corrupted. We have been so since we were born and are not aligned to the path of grace. We have never even once served in the way prescribed by our path and so are turned away from our own true duty and spiritual way. O Lord, you on the other hand are full of fine qualities and so will not admire our disposition. Have mercy. Although we lack merit, you will bless us because you are the abode of love. Sri Gosaiji has written in his Vigyapti treatise, our faults may be very strong, still they are weak before your loving grace. Grace is your very nature because you are the Lord of all, and faults and foolishness are our nature as embodied souls. So please bless us, our faulty nature can stand as nothing before you. Verse 8. O Lord of grace, if an embodied soul has been chosen by you because they have surrendered to you, then please nurture them. Do not consider their faults. Tika 8. Lord, you are compassionate, so nurture us with no thought of our good or bad qualities, because we are yours. This relationship has been forged through Sri Acharyaji. Within this selection we should be serving you in every way, but instead we indulge in offensive behaviour and accrue more and more impurities. Now we beseech you, please don't look at our faults, but simply be merciful. Sri Gosaiji has written in his Vigyapti treatise, O my Lord, embodied souls can be eligible to be accepted by you and made worthy. Therefore, please don't consider their good or bad qualities, but simply bless them, O Ocean of Grace. O my Lord Sri Krishna, remover of all sorrow, I should not want to trouble you. This is verse 9. If you begin to consider my faults, it would be too much botheration. Therefore, O Lord of the Gopis, please just forget all of my bad qualities. Tika 9. O Lord, you never leave any matter undone, and I do not wish to cause you to make any effort on my behalf. You can effect anything in a single second if you wish, and even though you are capable of anything, I still do not wish you to have the burden of looking at my mistakes. They are too numerous. Therefore, O Lord of the Gopis, I call you by this name because it indicates that you fully bless these Gopis who had no other practice than taking uncompromised shelter in you alone, and beg you to bless me in the same way. Please forget all my faults. Sri Gosaiji wrote in his Vigyapti treatise, O Lord of Raj, who grants the supreme reward to those who take exclusive shelter in you alone, it is not appropriate for you to count my faults, for you are the infinite Lord of everything, and my faults are comparably so insignificant. So please bless me. Verse 10. I am meek, steeped only in worldly traits, without merit, and dependent. Knowing me, your devotee, to be thus, you should be compassionate to me. 10. O Lord, I am meek and troubled because I am immersed in worldly delusion, and dependent, but even so, I know I am yours. Please therefore have compassion upon me. Sri Gosaiji wrote in his Vigyapti treatise, O beauteous one, you should not leave me at the mercy of time and the effects of my past deeds, because I am yours, for you had accepted me as your own. O beautiful Krishna, knowing me to be under the influence of this age, and my past deeds but still belonging to you, please just bless me. Verses 11 and 12. I have no means to reach you. I have no wealth as such, and I am rendered humble. I am troubled but surrendered to Sri Acharyaji. Even so, grief, greed, infatuation, and fear make me crazy. Despite this nature of mine, I still warrant your grace, and therefore, O generous one, O Lord of compassion, please be merciful and thus make our devotion imperishable. Tika. I have no valid means to please you. My only worthwhile wealth of love for you is depleted, and therefore I am pathetic and troubled. I have surrendered to Sri Acharyaji, but am nevertheless afflicted by grief, greed, and infatuation, fear, and other worldly faults. This makes me unstable. Sri Hariraji explains here, although this is my nature, I am still a vessel for your grace. You are most generous, a veritable ocean of mercy. So please uplift me. When you fill me with such blessings, my devotion may become permanent. Please bless me, full of faults and sad as I am. Verse 13. For us who are being consumed by the fierce forest fire of the material world, and who are thus craving for clouds full of water, there is no happiness other than your granting us the endless showers of water from yourself, the dark cloud. Tika. Now I will give an example taken from the world. When a forest fire is burning up all creatures living there, the one and the only solution would be cool water from a cloud. There is water in the ocean and in rivers, etc., but for a forest fire, the only water that can help is that from a cloud. In the same way, we are being burnt up by this fire of worldly association, of body identification, and of egoistic and selfish mindset. For Vaishnava devotees on this path of grace, there can be no solution or relief other than your granting us the highest grace and showering us with the gift of the endless water from your bliss-filled form, blue like a cloud, full of rain, Shri Govardhan Nachi, upholder of the Shri Giriraj mountain. Verse 14. Those whom I had included into my household for the purpose of your service are now the ones who are intent upon destroying that intention of devotion. What should I do now? Tika 14. I had brought many individuals into your service in this house and asking you to accept them. It was very difficult for me to properly handle your seva within my household life, and so I initiated and taught the ways of service to those within my household for this purpose, thinking they would serve you beautifully, and then I would be content. However, they now behave in such a way that the mood of serving you within the household has been damaged. What should I now do? Pausing here for today. Continuing tomorrow with verse 15. Shri Vallabhadisha ki jai, Aaj ke Anand ki jai, Sab Vaishnavon ko Sadar Saprem Sadenya Sanand, Jai Shri Krishna, Shri Shri Ras Vihari Ju ki jai ho, Jai Jai Shri Radhe.